Damn, you good?
All right, y'all. This is last year at Beech Mountain, and I'd say we both came a long way in skills since we've been there. And let me just say, the video doesn't do justice to how steep it really is. I mean, you're using your brakes, but they only slow you down. They don't stop you. So here's the Green Mama. Let's look at it. Man, this track is fast. At least it felt that way a year ago. So there's an alternate right off to the right. There's a few options like that along this line. Babysit that brake. Getting beat up too. Only had 100 mil travel. It's just so fast and my skill level wasn't there. And this part pushes you through. Like, I had the brake slammed and still wasn't stopping. I can probably crush this now, but then it was just too much going on. Yeah, I would definitely hit that part faster now. You could just hear me on the brake, the wheel just scrubbing. I don't know why I started feeling it right there. This may have been the third run. I started to get a little better, but that's when I realized that I need to get a lot better. Yeah, this would be real fun if I went now. It was fun then too. I had a blast, but I was still pretty nervous doing this. So this is halfway down. It continues on that service road. You can hop on other trails. Like if you wanted to catch a blue the rest of the way down, you could. But the green pretty much has this vibe the whole time. So all of this is still the green Mamba, right? It's the only green line there. But it's just kind of clipped up in different pieces. All right, so look, let's bring it back. Here's how the Green Mamba starts off, the top of the mountain, right? Green Mamba, the only green line there. Super fast, so it doesn't get easier than this. You're gonna go fast, and boom, right? It could have happened to anybody. That was a pretty tricky line to take. All right, so let's talk about a very fun place. I didn't really get much footage of the blue lines. What I did have wasn't worth it because I ended up walking the bike, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I had to walk the bike down some of that stuff. I came on a Kona lava dome, which really wasn't equipped. Even though I had a great time, I was pretty beat up. I mean, my wrists were sore, my hands were sore. I almost had like, you know, my hands almost kind of locked up from needing to grip the handlebars and stiffened up. And I think other guys who had full suspensions were saying the same thing. So it wasn't just because the bike was what it was. I mean, it's a pretty rough track, all right? On top of that, everyone needed new brakes when we got back. I think one of us needed a new derailleur. Another one of us got a new cassette, pretty much whole new drivetrain replacement, new chain. I mean, it's going to wear your bike out to the point to where I feel like when I go back, it might just make sense to rent a bike, and that bike is going to be better than my bike. It's going to actually be a downhill bike. I don't have a downhill bike because I don't need a downhill bike for everyday riding. But at this park, you probably would benefit from having a downhill bike or an enduro bike, 100% for sure. The more travel, the more plus you have, the better it's going to be for sure. But overall, this is a very fun park. It's fast. Going here increased my confidence for sure, so that when I came back, I realized, hey, this isn't that fast. That mountain we went to was fast. So if I can handle that, then I can handle anything around here, right? At least locally to Greensboro. Nothing really seemed that fast anymore. So I was able to really hone in on my skills and get better. So definitely take a bike park trip with your friends, no matter what skill level you're at. You know, a lot of people say, oh, wait till you get a certain skill, or, you know, bring a certain bike. Definitely, you know, I took what I had, right? And it's my skill is a lot better now. I probably would even do better on that bike if I took that bike back. But still, I think you benefit most from getting a bike that's actually made for this type of terrain. You could just rent one there. I think it's like $150. You might spend that repairing your bike when you get back. You know what I mean? So I think it's worth it. Again, this is just another POV that I have for social media. This is, you can kind of see a little bit more how rough it is. I think I wore the chest cam here, so you can feel how rough it is kind of watching it. But the other footage, I was wearing it on the helmet, so it kind of did smooth it out. But this, you get the actual feel of how rough it is. And it's like that the whole way down, right? All the way down. This is just the green line. But the blue lines are just as rough. I mean, there are some more tabletop jumps and stuff, but the speed you get is mandatory. Like, you'll use your brakes here, but the brakes are not going to stop the bike. They're just going to slow it down. So if you're used to hitting the brake and being able to completely stop the bike, having that kind of control over it, you're not going to have it on a mountain that's steep like this, okay? You're not going to get that type of clamping power. You're going to just be sliding down. And if you stop in the wrong place, you might end up falling off the bike, man. And that's how I think that cane breaker line was. And that was a blue line. I didn't do any black diamonds or anything like that. Like, didn't even bat an eye at that stuff. Like, on the lift, I was looking at people do it on the lift up, and I was just like, man, there's no way I would ever want to do that on a bike. But now, I'm thinking that would be fun. So, hopefully you guys like the video, man. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and we're going back. Peace. And we're going to get you better footage.